expected some. We want to have a celebration of Judy's life, obviously. We're here from California, Arizona, Texas, Florida, one of the Carolinas, not sure which one. South Carolina. Wasn't sure if it was South or North. We had that discussion this morning. Illinois, here. I probably missed a few, so we're pretty much got the. What's that? Tennessee. Oh, Tennessee. Yeah, there's one from Tennessee. I can't remember her name. My sister Mary. So we're really kind of a full country kind of a celebration. We really appreciate you coming for that. We were a tight-knit family growing up. Judi was one of my 4 older sisters. We have Kathy around here somewhere. Kathy, she's the oldest. Mary, Judi, of course, and then Susan. Hi, Susan. She's in.
Susan is here.
This is Susan.
And my mom.
She's back in Mesa, Arizona, and this is Mom. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Say hello, Mom.
So my mom's almost 90, and this would have been a pretty tough trip for her. So, especially last week when it was 30 below. So we're a very, very tight-knit family. Love all my sisters to death. I hope they put up with me pretty well. And that's kind of the environment that Judi grew up in. Look at this collage that I think Jocelyn put this together. It's pretty awesome. All those black and whites at the top, you know, most of them I was the youngest, so I don't remember some of them, but I appear as the baby in a few of those over there. So she had a great childhood, I think, growing up. She was a middle kid, so she was always trying to, you know, hang out with the older kids and not keep up or boss around the younger kids like me and things like that. And she continued getting involved in lots of things through high school. And you can see by the pictures over there all the things she was involved with. She was very much into Rainbow Girls and later Job's Daughters with Jocelyn, Girl Scouts, ballooning, photography. When I knew her, she was a dental technician, and she drove me all up and down San Diego. She used to live in San Diego, which wasn't very far.
We both have teeth Judi made.
Yeah. She actually, Carrie remembers. She actually initialed mine. She goes, "Hey, look, I got initials in there." I said, "What'd you do to my tooth?" But yeah, so she was always she was very artsy. She always was doing something new with art. Photography was just the latest form of that. But she did lots of moldings and wax carvings, and she made me some jewelry. She made my wife some jewelry. She made all kinds of things like that.
She made me bare butts.
Yeah, bare butt earrings for Mary. For all those years of torture, probably. So we celebrate all those things about her. It's really neat to see all these old pictures, and you can see Jocelyn when she was obviously very much new to the world.
Fresh out of the chute, there's one over there.
So I can finish up with a couple of stories. That's what I thought I'd do. But Judi was always a big sister to me. I guess that's kind of redundant, but she was the one that kind of taught me about girls. You know, she's always taking me, "How's it going, Phil? How the girlfriends?" You know, she was always the one that kind of organized my birthday parties and things like that. I always did whatever she could, putting up a house and offering a house for those kind of things. And so I remember a lot of things I learned at my sister Judi's knee, some of which I probably can't. But great sister. You want to say anything?
Yeah.
All right.
I just wanted to say a couple things. Judi had a lot of chapters to her life. She had, you know, her childhood with all of us.
She did have a childhood with all of us.
I tortured her mercilessly. I have to admit that. But, you know, she always wanted to be better. She always wanted to be stronger. She always wanted to be more involved. She always wanted to do everything, be everything, go everywhere.
And Mary was there to crush those.
And I think I helped her with some. She got her photography love from me. But the thing I wanted to say was that, you know, there were so many different levels to her life. Once she left the family, you know, she went on and she had Jocelyn. She became a mother. She had all of those hopes and dreams for her daughter. She was really involved in Job's daughters. I don't know if any of those friends are here now, but she loved having all those young girls around her and depending on her for advice. And I know that she was real active in the photography club. Are there people from there?
Mm-hmm.
From the photography club. She loved those guys, and she called me all the time for advice or just to tell me what she was shooting. She was into these inverted pictures, which I don't really know much about, but she wanted to be different. She wanted to do things differently. Those are the, and then when she came here, she loved the people who helped her out and played cards with her and asked her about her health. And, you know, so there were so many different layers to Judi. And so we're hoping that some of you will say what you knew, because we don't know that Judi. You know, we only know the sister Judi and the mom Judi and the cousin Judi. So I'm hoping that you guys will tell us a little bit, even if it's not up here in front of everybody. You know, talk to us about what you knew about Judi. I've been talking to some of her wonderful, lovely neighbors, and they tell me things about Judi that I didn't know, and I love hearing that so I can collect those in my head.
Very good.
So I'm done.
Is there anybody else that would like to say anything in the group or the big one?
But I really would like to hear stories. All of us would. You know, we all would. So, you know, talk to us about her. We just loved her. And she's here. I know she's here because she's always spying on me. As a kid, she was always spying on me. So I know she's here.
You want to say something?
And I know Susie would, if Susan were here. Susan, say hello to everybody. Susan and Judi were inseparable.
Mommy?
Do you have anything to say, Susan?
I just want a banana. Okay, go ask Daddy. Go ask Daddy.
Say it. Everybody can hear you.
Seriously.
Oh.
What about that horrible orange and yellow bedroom you used to share?
Susan and Judi always shared a room. It doesn't matter. Kathy and I always had our own room. Billy always had his own room. And Susan and Judi always got stuck together. There's a little picture over there that was in their bedroom for as long as I can remember. And I was just so surprised when I found it. You know, so Susan stayed home with my mom. And we all love you, Mom. So she couldn't be here, so we wanted to bring her here, so she's here.
This is my wife, Jerry. Do you want to say something?
I just want to say that marrying a young man who has 4 older sisters can be kind of intimidating. I got lucky and they're all just wonderful, wonderful people. But Judi was very special. She always really welcomed me. I think the first time I met her, I put on these big Halloween parties for kids in Tucson, and I think the first time I met her and Donnie, we went over to their house for a party, and Donnie actually was dressed up as a bumblebee. And so...
There's a picture of Donnie and the bumblebee. It's must-see.
It was fun. But she was just so artistic. She made us, like Bill said, lost wax casting, jewelry type things, pendants. And my mom actually asked her if she could carve some unicorns for me. So she actually made me some unicorn earrings. They're beautiful. I mean, she was so talented. We moved up to Phoenix right before she moved back to Illinois, and she took up running. And so Bill and I remember going to one of her races and cheering her on, you know, crossing the finish line. In Phoenix, she also was very involved in the country music dancing and did a lot of, exhibitions, Jocelyn, competitions?
She did country western competitions.
To come in and do country swing demonstrations.
Yeah, so she was just so vibrant and so full of life. Everybody loved being with her. I think that was the thing. Everybody just felt like Judi was your best friend, and she loved you. And that's her legacy.
Yeah, so Judi really inspired us to do a lot of country dancing, and also just she was very involved in choir and drama. I remember Judi taking me to the high school, you know, and going to Roar the Grease Paint, Smell the Crowd, and Charlie Brown were 2 of the ones that and Fantastics. She'd always take me there and then see the show, and I couldn't wait because Judi would come back out and she'd drag me up and take me backstage, you know, and that was a really big deal to an 8 or 9 year old kid to get to go backstage and see Snoopy without his makeup and things like that. It was a lot of fun, and that, you know, I got into all the choir and drama kind of things. Was in a lot of choirs and did a lot of things on stage, and then that in turn kind of inspired my kids to go out and do all that. So we had a very musical family from way back. I mean, because Kathy used to play the guitar, and we used to sing all the way back from Mexico all the time. So that was just another aspect that I didn't hear yet. So anyway, I think that's it. Unless anybody else has anything.
There's lots of food. So please eat. There's lemonade and tea over here, and tell us some stories. We want to hear some stories.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for coming.